What's up, Interweb? RhyQuinn here, and welcome to my team builder video for week 1 of the PAL, the Pokémon Auction League. Now, if you don't know what that is, you might have seen my videos in the PPL and be like, what's the PAL? I did put up a draft analysis video for the PAL, which is a brand new league that I'm a part of. You can go and watch that, explain in more detail what it's about, but essentially this is an auction league. So instead of drafting Pokemon in like normal leagues, where you take it one by one and you draft Pokemon, we actually auctioned off Pokemon. So we put a Pokemon up and then we bid on how much we think it's worth, and we ended up with a squad, and now we're playing our matches. So if you want to see the full process and what my team is, and why I got what I got and how much I got before in the auction and all that, you can go and watch my draft analysis video, which will be linked down in the description if I remember to do it, which I should, hopefully. Now that I've said it in the video, hopefully I'll remember to do it. But we're doing our week 1 match, and this is the team I have built for it. Now, my squad for the PAL is Porygon Z, Blaziken, Aromatisse, Drapion, Druddigon, Vileplume, Cofagriga, Starmie, Skarmory, Chinchino, and Jolteon. And in week 1, we are playing Bob, or Zargs, or Call Me 911, or other various names that he has. Cambuur Zygarden, who's really, really scary. He's a great player, and his team is spooky as hell. The potential ones that he can bring to this match are Gourgeist, which includes all forms of Gourgeist, Sork, Clawitzer, Mega Latios, Miltank, Arcanine, Tyrantrum, Jirachi, Clefable, Crocodile, and Thunderous Incarnate. So he finished strong in the draft, starting off with Gourgeist, Sork, Clawitzer, and then went Mega Latios, Miltank, Arcanine, Tyrantrum, Jirachi, Clefable, Crocodile, Thunderous Incarnate. Like, what? That's kind of ridiculous. Jirachi, Clefable is just disgusting. On top of that, add in Mega Latios to make the Fairy Dragon Steel Core is and then he has the offensive beast that is Tyrantrum. He has Arcanine, which is always a pain to take down if it's defensive, or a beast if it's offensive. Thunderous Incarnate, which is a beast. Crocodile is an absolute monster. Miltank, annoying as hell. And then you have some pretty decent offense in the forms of Sork and Clawitzer as well, and Gourgeist providing nice team support as well. It is a very, very, very scary team, and my squad is not the best suited to try and take his on, if I'm honest. But I've done what I can. So this is just going to be on Showdown. This isn't going to be as epic as my PPL matches. It's not going to be, you know, pre-game speeches or anything like that. I'm just going to be doing a team builder video on Showdown, and the match will probably be live commed on Showdown. So, you know, it's not it's not going to be the most high quality video or anything like that. It's just going to be me just doing my thing on Showdown, so that's fine. Now, let's take a look at the team. So, his squad, as I said, well, those ones that I listed off. He has 1 electric immunity, that being Crocodile, so I knew I was probably going to be bringing Jolteon, because I can Volt Switch over basically anything, and it does a decent amount to a lot of his team. He only has a couple resistances, and obviously Crocodile with that immunity, but I could pack coverage to hit it and all that stuff. After looking at some stats and looking at the types and how they match up and stuff, I figured that Fairy was going to be really nice against him, as well as Ice, where I could pack it, would be really cool as well. Fairy and Ice are kind of the 2 best types to hit his squad. So wherever I could pack Fairy or Ice coverage, or Stab for that matter, then I would. So yeah, that was kind of my thought process going into it. I knew Mega Latios was obviously a huge threat. I need to try and have something to try and deal with that, as well as Tyrantrum, that immediate power that it has, especially if you bring something like a Scarf set or a Dragon Dance setup set. That's very scary. Something to try and wear down. Clefable would be great. Something to try and take that thing out. Thunderous again. I'm going to have to try and prep for all these threats, both offensively and defensively, and it's going to be really tough. But my main thought going into it was I want Jolteon, and I want a Fairy, which in my case is Aromatisse. Those are the 2 ones I was pretty certain I was going to be bringing straight up. So let's take a look at the team and let's see what mons we've got. Now, I'm bad at nicknames, and I'm just going with the Aromatisse, because look at that face. Ugh. And this is holding the Life Orb with Aroma Whale, shout out to Enzo, with Trick Room, Wish, Moonblast, and Hidden Power Ground. max HP or 248 HP, 8 in defense, and max special attack modest. Like I said, Fairy's really nice to hit his squad, and he has 2 resistances to Fairy on his entire team, and that's Jirachi and Arcanine, and both of them take super effective damage from Hidden Power Ground, which is cool. What I'm hoping with Aromatisse is to get chip damage off with the rest of the team, in the form of like Stealth Rocks and other, various moves, especially if I'm bringing Jolteon with the Volt Switch and stuff like that, to get chip damage off, so Aromatisse can come in late game, set up a Trick Room, and maybe it can win me the game, who knows. But if the time comes, I can also wish from this into something else. These are big wishes that I'm going to be passing with base 101 HP, and I'm max invested. These are big wishes I can pass off to other members of my team, especially some members of my team are going to need it. So, that's really fun, and I can help. It's not going to be the easiest thing to take down. He can't stop me from setting up Trick Room, like he can't taunt me because of Aroma Veil. He can't taunt me, so I can set up Trick Room, I can set up wishes, and I can just kind of fire off big hits with the Life Orb and max special attack. That base 99 special attack is pretty decent. Max invested, I'm going to be 2-hit KOing basically his entire squad. Unless something is, what is it, I think it's especially defensive Jirachi, doesn't get 2-hit KO'd by Hidden Power Ground, but I'm pretty sure everything else gets 2-hit KO'd by Aromatisse, so with enough chip damage, I can potentially use Aromatisse late game, or I can try and use it to heal up the rest of my team with Wish. Or itself with Wish, who knows. But that is, the Aromatisse. Next one that I've got on the team here, I knew I wanted Jolteon, but I could save that for later. I kind of wanted something to do with the Mega Latios, and to kind of synergize with Aromatisse pretty nicely. That's Metal Burb, the Skarmory, holding the Wachan Berry with Sturdy. Roost, Toxic, Whirlwind, and Iron Head. Max HP, 116 in defense, 140 in special defense with an Impish nature. This guy is here mainly for Mega Latios. I have the Wachan Berry because I can take both of Mega Latios' dual stabs, and if he wants to touch Skarmory, he's bringing Thunderbolt. So if he doesn't bring Thunderbolt, he can't touch me. And if he does bring Thunderbolt, then I can take 1 with a Wachan Berry, which is cool. It does less than half with a Wachan Berry, I'm pretty sure. And it can allow me to get off a clutch Toxic, or, like a Whirlwind or something like that. If he's like a Calm Mind Mega Latios, and he's got 1 Calm Mind up, I can still take 1 Thunderbolt from it, which would be clutch. I can go for Thunderbolt, Whirlwind him out, get rid of those Calm Minds or something like that, or, Toxic if that's what it calls for, or Iron Head him if he's on low HP. Whatever the situation calls for, I can take 1 Thunderbolt from that Mega Latios, and respond with an appropriate answer. So that's mainly what it's there for. The best thing I'm going to have to really try and take down Mega Latios is Toxic. I'm going to need to try and wear that thing down, which is going to be really hard because he can pack and Roost. But the way the speed tiers work with our teams, I have 3 things that naturally outspeed Mega Latios, and they are Jolteon, Chinchino, and Starmie. And none of them can straight Oko a Mega Latios. They just can't. So it's not like I can, sack off something to Mega Latios, bring in something and scare it out. That's not the way it works, because Mega Latios is too bulky, and my things aren't strong enough. They don't have the right stab moves, or they don't have the right coverage to try and hit, or take down a Mega Latios in 1 hit. It just doesn't happen. So I'm going to need to try and wear it down. And that's where Toxic's going to come in. Whirlwind, I don't want any of his setup shenanigans, whether it be from, Thunderous, if he tries to set up a sub on me or something like that. I'm not having any of it, and I'll Whirlwind him out. Or with Calm Mind Mega Latios, as I said, or any other kind of setup he wants to do. I'm not having it, and I'm going to Whirlwind him out. Iron Head, just for a bit of stab, so I'm not, completely taunt bait. And I can hit things like the Clefable and the Tyrantrum, and, maybe a little bit of chip damage on Mega Latios once again, because chip damage is going to be nice. That's pretty much it. It was a toss-up between Brave Bird and Iron Head on that last slot, but I decided to go with Iron Head because it does hit the Clefable, which is another thing I'm going to be hoping to take hits from. The specific investment I have is enough to... What was it? What was the special defense investment? I can't remember exactly. I think it was to take less than half from Mega Latios' Thunderbolt, and I think that was max special attack modest. Yeah, max special attack modest Thunderbolt from Mega Latios. With the Wachan Berry, I take less than half, which means if I can, take it out with an Iron Head if it's on low HP, I could roost that damage off and I get back to full, something like that. And the rest in defense, just so I can take those physical hits better. If I can take, like, a Head Smash from Tyrantrum and, well, win that guy out if he's set up, or Toxic that, or Iron Head him, whatever it may be. Whatever the situation calls for, I can just respond with that. But I've got a nice mixed defensive Skarmory here. Metal Burb, hopefully putting in work. Now, next, I said I wanted Jolteon from the start, and that's what I'm bringing. So we've got Bessie, the Jolteon holding the Wise Glasses, Volt Absorb obviously with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, HP Ice, and Signal Beam, 24 in HP, max special attack, 232 in speed with a modest nature. This allows me to outspeed the fastest thing on his team, that is Thunderous Incarnate. Max speed Thunderous Incarnate, I still outspeed it, which is great. So that means, barring Scarfers, I outspeed everything. And I can Volt Switch on basically anything except the Crocodile, which is why I've got Signal Beam. Also, HP Ice hits it, but that's kind of by the by. The Signal Beam's nice for it to do more damage than HP Ice would. And if he's not Scarfed with Crocodile, then I can freely Volt Switch, because if he wants to switch in Crook on the Volt Switch, I can then go for Signal Beam the following turn, and do a huge amount of damage. Especially with a bit of chip damage on it, maybe, if it's poisoned, which I'm hoping to do. Then I can, take him out with the Signal Beam. I am going to have to scout for the Scarf. If he does switch in the Crook on a Volt Switch, then I'm going to have to scout for that Scarf. I'd also have HP Ice, because his resistances to Volt Switch, that being Mega Latios, Gourgeist, and Tyrantrum, they all take super effective damage from HP Ice. Plus, Signal Beam hits Mega Latios as well. But HP Ice does allow me to hit Tyrantrum and the Gourgeist as well, so I can hit everything on his team neutrally, at the very worst. So that's nice. I can get some nice, again, chip damage off the team, which is going to be important for a couple of mons. One of them being Aromatisse and a couple that I've yet to come on to. Now, so that's Bessie, the Jolteon. Reasoning for Bessie, by the way, because Burke and Jess, both their favourite mon is Jolteon, and a combination of Burke and Jessie is Bessie, so I've gone with that. I could have gone with the opposite and gone with Jerk, but I didn't want to do that, so we're going with Bessie. Anyway, next mon is more like Blaziken, the Blaziken, holding the Choice Scarf with Vacuum Wave, Flare Blitz, High Jump Kick, and the Lord Almighty Jewel Chop. You better believe it. Max attack, 68 in special attack, and 188 in speed with a naughty nature. So, the investment on this Blaziken changed quite a bit. Originally, I was 164 in speed, I want to say. I was 164 in speed with that naughty nature. And then I went to like 184 naive, which is plus speed boosting, and then I changed it back to this. Reasoning behind that was, I started off with the 164 in speed because that's enough speed to outspeed all non-Scarfers on his team. That's a max speed Thunderous Therian. I outspeed that. Then I changed it to the naive 184 speed, because that's enough speed to outspeed a max speed Jolly Scarfed Tyrantrum, which is a possibility. And then I changed it back to this, which is 188 in speed with that naughty nature, which means, one, I'm outspeeding everything that's not Scarfed in his team, and if he brings a Scarfed Tyrantrum, I'm not expecting max speed Jolly. If he brings a Scarfed Tyrantrum, what he'd probably do is put enough speed to outspeed the fastest thing on my team, and that's a max speed Starmie or Chinchino. Alright, I'm just going to cut myself off here. This is future RhyQuinn while I've been editing this thing, and I realize at this point I'd make no mention of the fact that I actually have a Jolteon, which has base 130 speed, as opposed to, Chinchino and Starmie that are base 115. And that's the reason I ended up with my last spread, because for some reason, I kind of forgot that Jolteon existed, and in order for a Scarf Tyrantrum to outspeed a max speed Jolteon, it would have to be essentially max speed. I think it's 248 speed Jolly. So I ended up going back to my original Blaziken spread with the 184 naive nature to outspeed a max speed Scarf Tyrantrum. So yeah, this whole next section we're going to be talking about the fastest Pokemon being Starmie and Chinchino. I am an idiot, ignore me. Anyway, let's get back to it. If he still outspeeds me, I do still have Vacuum Wave, which on an uninvested Tyrantrum is still a 2-hit KO, but if I can outspeed him, I can High Jump Kick him, which on an uninvested Tyrantrum is a guaranteed OHKO, so that's cool. Then I have Flare Blitz, which is nice stab, plus it hits the likes of Gourgeist and Jirachi, which is great. High Jump Kick hits the Miltank, hits the Tyrantrum, hits the Crocodile, and I, of course, can also hit all other things with Vacuum Wave as well. And then I have Jewel Chop exclusively for the Mega Latios, because there's not much else coverage I could pack. I could pack Shadow Claw, which would hit, the Gourgeist as well, but Jewel Chop does a little bit more. and it's fun. It's unstabbed dragon coverage, so, you know, I'm bringing it. Reason I have Vacuum Wave, by the way, a bit of priority, is because Scarfed Crocodile is scary, and I can't outspeed a Scarfed Crocodile, so I want that priority on there to try and do a lot of damage to it. Plus, you know, it's nice for just having priority for priority's sake. If he sets up some speed with, like, Tyrantrum, if he sets up some speed with whatever else, Mega Latios, whatever it may be, having priority is just really nice. So, yeah, that's what I've got the Vacuum Wave for. Scarfarachi, you know, whatever it may be. So yeah, that is what the Blaziken is there for, just to potentially be a late game sweep with enough chip damage. I can lock myself into one thing. If Gourgeist is either not raw or is dead, I can kind of spam high jump kick, which is nice. And yeah, I just got the dual shot for the Mega Latios switch in because, of course, it resists both of my stabs. So there's that. The other coverage move I could pack would probably be Shadow Claw. I could pack Knockoff, but obviously it's a Mega Latios, so Knockoff won't be doing all that much because it has no knock-offable item. But I mean, it would be nice for the rest of the squad. But Dual Chop is more fun, so that's what we're going with. Fifth one on the team is Poiple, the Starmie. Holding the life orb with Analytic, Rapid Spin, Scald, Ice Beam, Flash Cannon, 32 in HP, max special attack, and 224 in speed with a timid nature. This guy outspeeds fastest thing on his team, that being Thunderous Incarnate. Max speed Thunderous Incarnate still outspeed it. So I outspeed everything that's not Scarfed or set up with speed. It's an offensive Rapid Spinner. I don't particularly like having life orb with Rapid Spin, but it's kind of necessary. I didn't have room for Defog on Skarm, and I felt like I could pack Rapid Spin on Starmie anyway, so that was fine. And I don't want to be defogging away my own hazards in this match because my hazards are going to be really important. So that's why I'm packing Rapid Spin and not defog. Scald, Ice Beam, Flash Cannon. I was strongly debating what coverage moves to put on this Starmie. I knew I wanted Ice Beam because, like I said, Ice and Fairy coverage is really nice against his team, and I could have gone with that. I could have gone like Scald, Ice Beam, Dazzling Gleam, but I figured Flash Cannon was better because right now, all I have to hit Clefable is Iron Head on Skarmory, which just isn't going to cut it if Clefable's packing Flamethrower, which it probably is. So I wanted Flash Cannon to be able to do a little bit more to that Clefable. And I still have really nice coverage for his team. Ice Beam hits Gourgeist, Mega Latios, Tyrantrum, and Thunderous. And Scald hits the Arcanine and the Crocodile, plus I can snag burns on things like the Sork and the Miltank, and the Jirachi, and that would be really nice for all of them. So, yeah, it's just generally really nice coverage, and if he wants to switch in Gourgeist on my Rapid Spin, that's fine, because I can Ice Beam him the following turn. Obviously, I'd have to try and take a Shadow Sneak, I guess, but Starmie can do that. Right, yeah, you can do that. So yeah, that's what Starmie's there for. Punching special holes, and to Rapid Spin away hazards if it is required to do so. But it does have very nice coverage. So the last one on the team was my hazard setter. I knew I wanted a hazard setter, and that is Judge Drud, the Drudagon, Rough Skin Rocky Helmet, because I'm that kind of guy. Stealth Rock, Iron Head, Sucker Punch, and Dragon Tail. Max HP on 248 HP, 200 in defense, 60 in special defense with an impish nature. And this guy is here to, 1, set up rocks. 2, get more chip damage. Like I said, that chip damage is going to be really important. So Blaziken can come in and kind of sweep up, or Aromatisse can come in, set up a Trick Room and sweep up. That's what I'm hoping for. So the chip damage is going to be really, really important. 1, get up rocks. 2, Rough Skin Rocky Helmet shenanigans. Plus, also going to be helped by the fact I can Dragon Tail things around. I can phase them around and get more chip damage. 1 from the Dragon Tail, 2 from the rocks. And I have Sucker Punch. If Drudagon's going to go down, he can try and take something down with him. And it's going to be nice for the Mega Latios. I can Sucker Punch that. I can Sucker Punch the Jirachi. I have Iron Head to try and hit the Clefable. Also hits the Tyrantrum, but it's not going to be doing that much. But it is going to be nice for the Clefable if he wants to try and switch that in on me. If I've revealed Sucker Punch and he wants to try and get cheeky with me and switch in Clefable on my next Sucker Punch, I can maybe predict that and go for an Iron Head. Who knows? And Sucker Punch also hits Gourgeist as well, which is nice. So, yeah. That's what Drudagon's there for. Chip damage all the way. So, idea of the team, get chip damage with rocks, with Rough Skin Rocky Helmet, with Jolteon's Volt Switch, / just general damage, with Starmie's wall breaking ability, with Skarmory's Toxic. All of that combined means that either Aromatisse or Blaziken can hopefully come in and clean up late game. That's the idea behind this team. But I am indeed very spooked because he has the team he has. It's very, very, very scary. But we'll be battling, I think, sometime in the next couple of days. And it'll be live commed and it'll be up in a separate video. But yeah, that is going to be it for the team analysis video, the team builder video for PAL Week 1. Make sure to go down in the description. Links are to Trav, who set up the PAL, because he's a cool guy. We did have like a similar idea to come up with an auction league, but this is Trav's creation. And he put it all together and got the ball rolling, so he's a cool guy. Go check out Trav. And of course, links to my opponent, that being Bob. Zargs, call me something or other, person, guy. Yep, that dude. Links down below in the description to him as well. Make sure to go check him out. And of course, links to in the description to the guy who made all the graphics for, or you know, the thumbnails and whatever else that they made, and the PAL logo and all that jazz. Links down in the description for that as well. So, that's about it from me for this team builder video. I've rambled enough, I think. So I'll see you guys, I guess, tomorrow. I don't know when I'm uploading these just yet. Sometime for the match. So stay tuned for that. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Toodaloo.